What is a true piece of advice that no one wants to hear? You can't afford that. I can, if I have a structured settlement. You can't help people who don't want to be helped. This goes for friends, family, relationships, yourself. I want to edit for clarification. There is a big difference between giving someone a dose of Narcan to stop a heroin overdose and helping them end their addiction. The latter they have to want to do. You can't change someone who doesn't want to change. I wish I'd learned this sooner. Stubbornly trying to save someone who will not be saved can do real damage to you. Even if they claim to wanna be saved, they don't always do. Just because they are family doesn't mean they deserve to be in your life. Family members most commonly the ones to be abusive to you. People don't know how to handle it because they are always taught that since their abusers are family they should be forgiven, which really damages their perception of what they think is abusive. It may not be your fault, but it's your responsibility. I heard someone say this recently about having mental health issues. Being able to purchase something and being able to afford something are two totally different concepts. The former does not imply the latter. What do you mean? If I spread my car payments over 120 months, I can afford that new BMW X5. Sarcasm obviously. Just say no. Maybe it will make you / someone else uncomfortable for a secretary, but you have the right to say no to people. That and the fact that no is a complete sentence. While people may feel they are owed a reason, you do not need to give one. Who you are on the inside means jack shit if that person is not reflected in your actions. Your actions are all that matters to the world and everyone around you, and your intentions are worthless if they don't lead to you performing said actions. Does not matter in what facet of life, this is always true. You are what you do. It's not who you are underneath, it's what you do that defines you. Batman Begins. If you have bad blood with many people and have drama constantly, you need to sit down and think you're probably the problem. My ex-best friends were like this. I never realized that most people aren't in drama like that all the time, and they were definitely the problem. What do you do when your problems are seemingly innocuous things about your personality or things you believe should be non-negotiable? That is your opinions on matters, your lifestyle, choice of dress, or what have you. Paying now is almost always cheaper than paying later. Oh, this is Huoj. If you would be fine financially putting down 33% on a car instead of 30% even, every little bit helps save you money down the road. Good things won't come to you just because you want them or feel you deserve them. Getting what you want in life is a combination of hard work, intelligent choices, social awareness, natural talent, and blind goddamn luck. There is no deserve. Nothing is keeping score. There will be some people who just will not like you. There's nothing you can do about it. Don't take it personally and move on. And who it is that doesn't like you matters. It will limit your opportunities in life. You spend too much time on Reddit. How dare you? She doesn't love you. Time to move on. Fuck, this hurts so bad. Never heard something so true. Most people don't really care about your feelings. Shitty people do not change unless there's something deeply and profoundly in it for them. And even then, they still may decide that being shitty is more valuable. This is especially true of abusive partners. YTF would they stop abusing you when abusing you gets them everything they want? Edit. Also, being smart is not all it takes to succeed in the world. And in fact, I would say it's a tiny fraction of what you need. Being smart is not all it takes to succeed in the world, and in fact I would say it's a tiny fraction of what you need. This is what fucked me so much growing up. I grew up thinking my intelligence making school easy would mean life would be just as easy after graduating. Nobody wants to listen to your podcast. It must be really hard to get a podcast off the ground if you aren't already sort of famous. Everyone thinks they want the truth, but most people want the truth to fit their worldview. Be honest, but know that it has a price. Rather than a price, I would say it has consequences. And those consequences can be both good and bad. Stop spending your money with bullshit. I know, but depressive mania is a bitch and Amazon is so easy. Looks matter in a relationship. It sucks to hear, especially because media keeps trying to tell us that looks don't matter, or at least guys anyway. Women are kind of out of luck there for the most part, and I'm sorry for that, but it's the truth. I'm not saying looks are the end all be all of a relationship, they aren't. Whether or not your personalities are compatible is almost always going to be the deciding factor in any successful relationship. But the simple fact of the matter is that it's an incredibly rare thing to be in a romantic relationship with someone that you don't find at least somewhat physically attractive. Yes, it sucks, but better to hear it early and accept it than to lie to yourself and deal with that reality later in life. I agree. Being attractive opens many doors, let's be honest. You know, one of the reasons why 50 Shades of Grey became a worldwide bestseller, while the book you've been toiling over for the better part of a decade is destined to die in obscurity? Because E.L. James actually finished the fucking thing. No one wants to read the first third of a novel, no matter how good it might be. Suck it up and finish your damn projects. And have other people steal the credit? I think not. Stop complaining about being overweight and start doing something about it. Stop complaining about being overweight and start doing something about it. Think this applies to a lot of situations. If someone is making you miserable, you need to tell them. If they don't care, you need to cut them out of your life. Life's too short to let people treat you badly. Don't ignore your gut. Those red flags are there for a reason. It's basically millions of years of evolution telling you something is wrong. If you have to resort to asking questions about the fundamental nature, livelihood, or longevity of your romantic relationship on the internet, the chances are it's unhealthy and not going to last. It's crazy how people ask random strangers about if they should leave or change something in a relationship when they may only mention one part of it. The people you are asking have no clue the history between you two and up to that point, so you are going to get generic shitty advice like break up. If you are unable to sit down with your partner in a relationship after being together for a reasonable amount of time and discuss topic pertaining to the relationship, then it may not be meant to last. Majority of parenting advice. Raising a child is the most important act anyone can do, and yet many people go by the motto, "Don't tell me how to raise my kid," but are fine with hearing advice from talk shows about their health, financial situation, etc.